Right guys, next thing I'm going to cover is energy levels. Energy levels are very important. It is what makes the key difference in whether you hook and hold a set or whether they get bored, go to the toilet, go for a walk or must leave. Alright, so lots of guys, they think that the most important thing is the verbal delivery, the content of what you say, how interesting it is. However, it's actually possible to hold someone's attention, hold a group's attention with a very boring verbal content as long as it's delivered in the right way. Likewise, I could give you the best openers in the world. If you deliver it very badly, the girls will be they won't be interested. To give an example, if you approach and you're very stiff and you have the best opener in the world and you say, "Hey guys, I went to the moon last week and it was really cool and I bounced around and got some moon rock and I met some aliens and then I got back in the spaceship and I could time travel as well and I went back to the moon in prehistoric times, blah blah blah." You will lose them because it's delivered completely flat, it's boring. So what are the elements that make up interesting non-verbal delivery? So forget the content, the words you use, how do you make the rest of it interesting and captivating? Here are the elements. First one is you need eye contact. So if I'm standing there very stiff, let's first make eye contact. That is immediately more engaging. If you notice, everyone now stop writing and let's try this. Look at this area of the wall away from me. If I'm not making eye contact with you, do you feel drawn back to my gaze? No. Alright? As I make eye contact with each of you individually, do you feel that and do you feel drawn back? Okay, so the first way to get people to hold your attention, to make eye contact with you, is to make eye contact with them. So you can look around the group and each time you lose eye contact with one person, you can bring them in by directing some energy at them by using eye contact or the other things. Next element is gestures. So you've got the eye contact but you're still a bit stiff. Let's try it again. Let's have a look somewhere over here. If I'm just standing here like that, don't really get your attention. However, if I start moving around, gesturing, you want to look over. The eye is drawn to movement. If you're in a noisy, crowded, busy, happening venue, there's lots of stuff going on around you. If you're very still and stiff, they're going to be, "Oh, what's going on over there? Oh wow, look at that stuff. Oh yeah, But if you're quite animated, moving around, you've got some gestures going on, much more likely to hold their attention because the eye is drawn to movement. Third element is body movement. So it's kind of shifting your weight, moving around. If it's a big set, you want to be doing that. You want to be moving around, engaging different people. You will hold the attention a lot better if you've got some movement in your body when you're addressing a big group or in a very noisy venue. It's definitely an important element. The fourth element is facial animation. If you're delivering an opener, for example, and you're just very, plain, "My friend is coming in an hour, he's going to get engaged," and blah blah blah. If you're very unexpressive in your face, you're not really selling it as well. If you're like, "God, my friend's coming in an hour, I really need your help with this." Do I look gay? Really holds the people's attention because you're communicating emotion, and people, when they feel emotion, when you send emotion at someone, when you send energy at someone, they have to feel something. It's very difficult for you to make someone feel something if you're very flat and stiff. Just with your words alone, it's not possible. So fourth element is facial animation. The fifth element is your actual voice, the way you use your voice. So people say vary your voice tone. This is a tip. Have you heard that tip before, vary your voice tone? It's something that is difficult to do when you're told, just do it. How do you actually do it? You might think that you just talk and you go up at the end of the sentence, or you talk and you go down sometimes. That's not the best way to do it. The best way is to speak with passion, to speak with interest, to try and put emphasis on words. So when you talk about something, to just really sell it. That is the best way to vary your voice tone. It should be something that happens naturally. You've got other elements of your verbal delivery. You can use pacing. You might want to go really quiet. telling a story. And then really speed it up and make it loud again. Or you might want to speak. And you might want to pause at key points. If you pause, you should pause not at the end of the sentence, but you should pause in the middle. What that does is it keeps people hanging on and waiting for your next word. So your verbal delivery, very important. Another way that you can hold attention, it should be either, when you're holding someone's attention, it should either be amazing and engaging because it's so snappy and wow, what's going on, or it should be almost hypnotic because your delivery is something that just draws people in. So those are the elements of holding attention.